Hi everyone, I'm Kent Louie, science teacher and talking head, talking about science education and broadcasting from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. This is episode 109. Now, how can we use proficiency skills in a consistent manner? All right, so that is, how can we ensure that a student that scores a developing mark from one teacher on one assignment scores the same from another teacher on the same assignment? All right, so one thing I recommend teachers do to create this consistency is to mark assignments together. And that's what we're doing in this video. We're gonna mark some sample work from my students. To be specific, they wrote some arguments using the CER, or Claim Evidence Reasoning Framework. And we're gonna mark it here today. First, you're gonna need to get a free copy of the assignment, which can be found at realsciencechallenge.com/EP109. And while you're there, please sign up to receive our free e-newsletter as well. All right, so this is a question I gave my students on a recent quiz on factors that affect reaction rate. In this scenario, there's a table that outlines the different experimental conditions for each trial. And there's a graph below showing experimental results. And a question below. It asks, which line on the graph corresponds to trial 3? Now, students need to use the CER framework to craft their response. And here are 5 student responses. These are the ones that really came from my students, all right? And they're here for you to mark using the proficiency scale. Proficiency scale is up top, starting with emerging, developing, proficient, and extending. All right? I want you to pause the video, read the responses, and check off where on the proficiency scale you think each response falls. Afterwards, continue the video, and we can see where you and I agree or disagree. All right? Are you ready? Pause video now. Welcome back. Here's what I believe a proficient answer should have. All right? A proficient response should have 3 things. It should have the correct answer, curve D. It should have an analysis as to why curve D is the slowest. All right? And it should have a complete scientific explanation as to how concentration, temperature, and surface area affect reaction rate. That is, those things help increase the frequency of collisions between reactants. All right? Now, when it comes to student responses, only response 3 is proficient. That is, it has all 3 things: a correct answer, good analysis of the graph, complete scientific explanation. All right? Responses 1, 4, and 5 are all varying levels of developing. As you can see from the check marks, they're at different ends of that box. All right? So for example, response 1 provides the correct answer, a strong scientific explanation as to how those factors affect reaction rate, but response 1 does not provide a very good analysis of the graph as to why curve D is the slowest. All right? On the other hand, response 5 provides correct answer, analysis of the graph, but does not offer, again, a complete scientific explanation. All right, so it also is developing. All right, response 2 is emerging because it doesn't have a correct response. It doesn't have a very strong explanation, and it doesn't have a very strong analysis of the graph. All right, and that's why it's on the borderline of emerging and developing. That student is almost there. All right, what I like about this exercise is that it really helps define what emerging, developing, and proficient looks like. And this helps communicate to students and to colleagues what the standards are. And I highly encourage you to try this, all right, with your colleagues. So, do we agree or disagree? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section below. And don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe button as well. All right, handouts once again are realsciencechallenge.com/EP109. Thanks for watching. Now let's talk science education again soon.